bhagavate vasudevaya. Om namo bhagavate vasudevaya. Om namo bhagavate vasudevaya. Narayanam namaskritya naram chaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayamudirayet anashtaprayeshu bhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya bhagavatyuttamaśloke bhaktir bhavati naistaki. हरे कृष्णा. बोलिए हरे कृष्णा. हाँ, ये भी बोलना है क्या? नहीं बोलना चाहते? किसके ऊपर गुस्सा है? Okay, 5th chapter is over. So 6th chapter is very easy and also it's self-study. We give for self-study, but still for everyone's knowledge, we'll just read the chapter summary and we'll go further. Okay. So because there is a connection is there in this with this chapter with the next chapter. So some things we should know in this chapter. Just I'm reading the summary of this chapter from our book. As described in this chapter, Prajapati Daksha begot 60 daughters in the womb of his wife Asikni. These daughters were given in charity to various persons to increase the population. Since these offspring of Daksha were women, Narada Muni didn't try to lead them toward the renounced order of life. Because women, all are 60 women, and if he goes to preach them, what will happen? Reverse effect may come. So say brahmachari, if he preaches to women, definitely he will be in a danger. Really, Narada Muni didn't dare. Actually, who are we? Many times, so our brahmacharis, they try to preach women in the congregation, and what will happen? He'll get the bouncer back. That means free mixing of with women definitely will attract so much the heart, and that will be a problem. Okay. So that's why from this you should understand that one should not try to preach to especially Matajis. So similarly, Matajis also should not preach to Prabhus. Individual Prabhus and counseling, it will be very difficult actually. Okay, 60 daughters he had. It's a good thing actually. If sons are there, then they will be preached by Narada and they may not contribute in further progeny, increase of Sasha. Thus the daughters were saved from Narada Muni. 10 of the daughters were given in marriage to Dharmaraj, 13 to Kashyapa Muni, and 27 to the moon god Chandra. So you see, so how the distribution is done. Actually, their Mataji, a woman, the daughters are given in charity to husband. So some person may. So like you see, Swayambhu Manu gave in charity Devahuti to Kardam Muni. Same way, Kanyadanam. So by doing Kanyadanam, you'll be getting such a benefit. You'll be living in Suryaloka for the thousands of years. You can stay in Suryaloka. So such a benefit you will get. So in some Puranas, it is glorified. Kanyadanam is the one of the best charity. So this is it. So 10 of the daughters were given in marriage to Dharmaraj, 13 to Kashyapa Muni. How many were? 23. And 27 to the moon god. How many total? 50. 4 were given to Kashyapa and 2 each to Bhuta, Angira and what is that? Krishashva. So like this. One should know that it is because of the union of these 60 daughters with the various exalted personalities that the entire universe was filled with various kinds of living entities, such as human beings, demigods, demons, beasts, birds, and serpents. So these many species were born. So that entire universe is filled with the various kinds of living entities. Now in this chapter, the last sloka, if you see, that is the hook for the next chapter. So last sloka, please. Then all the names only will be getting in the entire chapter. So, and also no questions from this chapter. We are not going to ask any question from this chapter because this chapter is simple and straightforward. Names only just. So the last sloka we are seeing. Tam vavrire suragana swastriyam dvishatamapi vimatena parityakya gurunangirasena yat. Translation. Although Vishwarupa was the son of the daughter of their eternal enemies, the demons, the demigods accepted him as their priest in accordance with the order of Brahma when they were abandoned by their spiritual master Brihaspati, whom they had disrespected. So you see in this sloka, what is the translation? Vishwarupa, he is the son of the Daityas, demons. So because Twasta married, so demon's son, demon's daughter. So and from in her womb, Twasta produced Vishwarupa. So he is having the inclination to both, to the Brahmanas and also to the demons, both. Because mother's side, he is belonging to demons, father's side is belonging to also Brahmanas. So that's why there is Vishwarupa is mixed actually. The demigods accepted him as their priest in accordance with the order of Brahma. So that is also we are saying here. This Twashta or otherwise Vishwarupa became the priest for the demigods on the order of Brahma when they were abandoned by their spiritual master. So their spiritual master rejected them, rejected the Devatas. So at that time, that means Brihaspati rejected all the Devatas. Then Devatas were not having the Guru. So Purohit means Guru. So then they approached the Vishwarup. So this is the point he said. After hearing this much, that means all Brihaspati abandoned his, that means Sishyas, his disciples. When they were abandoned, all the demigods are abandoned by Brihaspati. This is the point he heard in the previous disloka. Based upon this, King Parishit is asking question. So 7th chapter we are coming like this. In the 7th chapter we are going to see now. Sri Rajo Vacha Kasya Heto Parityakta Acharyenatmana Suraha Yetada Chakshva Bhagavan Shishya Namatikramam Guru. Radha Gordhan Prabhu, please.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhu.
Maharaj Parikshit inquired from Sukadeva Goswami, O great sage, why did the spiritual master of the demigods, Brihaspati, reject the demigods who were his own disciples. What offense did the demigods commit against their spiritual master? Please describe to me this incident.
Yeah. Thank you, Prabhu. 1 second. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is summarizing this chapter like this. Before starting this chapter, I will be just mentioning his summary statement. Saptame guruna tyaktair deva daitya parajitaihi vishwarupa gurutvena ruto brahmopadeshataha. Saptame, that means in the 7th chapter, what we are saying, guruna tyaktaihi devataihi. All these demigods are abandoned by his spiritual master. So, guruna tyaktaihi devataihi. So, aparajitaihi. So, aparajitaihi viswarupa brahmopadeshitaha. So, gurutvena vrutaha. Tyaktaihi deva daitya parajitaihi. Tyaktaihi deva, tyaktaihi deva daitya parajitaihi. Actually, tyaktaihi devaihi it should be there. Daitya parajitaihi. So I think spelling mistake is there here. So what is said here? These devatas who were rejected by his guru, because of this they were defeated by daityas. And then by the instructions of Brahmaji, they accepted Vishwarupa as their guru. This is the point. So sequence of events also same. First abandoning the guru, abandoned by guru. These are all. Next, they were defeated by the daityas. Then after that, they approached Brahmaji, and from Brahmaji's, based upon Brahmaji's instructions, they accepted new guru Vishwarupa. So this is the summary of this chapter. So purport, what in the sloka's meaning is said. Sloka's meaning is this. In the last sloka, we heard that these all demigods are abandoned by their spiritual master Brihaspati. The reason is what? That is asked by the Parikshit. O great sage, why did spiritual master of the demigods Brihaspati rejected the demigods who were his own disciples? They're all his disciples, but he rejected. Why? What offense did the demigods commit against their spiritual master? Please describe to me this incident. Okay, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur comments. Okay, Saptame Guruna Tyakte, same thing we have seen. That 7th chapter describes how Brihaspati is offended by. Okay, this is okay. This we already discussed. We'll go to the next chunk of these slokas, 2 to 8. Okay. Sri Badarayani Ruvacha. We'll read it together. Okay. Sri Badarayani Ruvacha. Indrastribhuvanashwaryamado satpataha. Marudbirvasubirrudrair adityairubhubirrupa. Vishwadevaischa sadhyaischa na satyabhyam parishritaha. Siddhacharana gandharvair munibhir brahmavadibhi vidyadharapsarobhischa kinnarai padagoragai nishevyamano bhagavan स्तूयमानश्च भारत उपगीयमानो ललिताम् आस्थानाध्यासनाश्रितः पाण्डुरेण तपत्रेण चन्द्रमण्डलचारुणा युक्तश्चान्यैः पारमेष्ट्यैश्चामरव्यञ्जनादिभिः विराजमानः पौलम्य सहा धर्मासनया वृषं Sayada paramacharyam devanamatmanaschaha napyanandata sampraptam pratyuttanasanadibihi vachaspatim munivaram surasura namaskrutam nochachala nochachala Pashyannapi sabhagatam. Translation, I will read. It's a big translation. Sri Sukadeva Goswami said, O king, once upon a time, the king of heaven, Indra, being extremely proud because of his great opulence of the three worlds, transgressed the law of Vedic etiquette. Seated on his throne, he was surrounded by his Maruts, Vasus, Rudras, Adityas, Ribhus, Vishvedevas, Sadhyas, Aswini Kumaras, Siddhas, Charanas, and Gandharvas, and by great saintly persons. Also surrounding him were the Vidyadharas, Apsaras, Kinnaras, Patagas, and Uragas. All of them were offering Indra their respects and services. And the Apsarasas and Gandharvas were dancing and singing with very sweet musical instruments. Over Indra's head was a white umbrella as effulgent as the full moon, fanned by yak tails, whisks, and served with all the paraphernalia of a great king. Indra was sitting with his wife Sachi Devi, who occupied half of the throne. When the great sage Bruhaspati appeared in that assembly, Bruhaspati, the best of the sages, was the spiritual master of Indra and the demigods and was respected by the demigods and demons alike. Nevertheless, although Indra saw his spiritual master before him, he didn't rise from his own seat or offer a seat to his spiritual master, nor did Indra offer him a respectable welcome. Indra did nothing to show him respect. Okay, so we all understood. Yesterday class also I discussed. When our teacher comes to classroom, it's etiquette that all the students has to stood up and pay obeisances and sit. So I hope from tomorrow onwards you all will follow this in every class, every teacher, whoever comes. So that is the minimum etiquette. I request all of the devotees. Of course, it's a Vancha Kalpadar we did, but still as a etiquette of the classroom. So this has to be implemented. This is the instruction from the IBM side, from the management. Okay. So next, so because otherwise unknowingly, because if we don't make it every day, student is doing offense, and actually the teacher is also cause for the making offense by the students. It's not at all the, actually what will happen ultimately? So because of not teaching properly Vaishnava etiquettes, whose responsibility? That's the guru's responsibility, teacher's responsibility. If teacher is not taking this, and if he neglect in training the students, then that's that means the etiquette, that means all Vaishnavas are there. Of course, there is a Guru Ninda is separate. It's not that the Guru is also Vaishnava. There is no need to. So keep the one more offense. Is it like that? No, no. First offense is what? Satam Ninda. That means generally many people they say that, okay, teacher is also Vaishnava, so we are respecting all Vaishnavas every day morning. Then what is the need of respecting Guru specially? If that is the true, then why two aparadhas are there? We should consider Guru also simply as a Vaishnava only, not other more than that. If it is not given, then why two offenses are there? Only one offense should be there. That means Guru also Vaishnava, so then the Guru Ravagna should not be there. You're understanding my point? So that means, so Guru is also Vaishnava, but he is having this role actually, special role than the any sadhu. Sadhu is different, Guru is different. So all gurus are sadhus, apart, but all gurus are, so you cannot say that simply only sadhu. It's above the, just sadhu means whoever is Guru, Sadhu, Shastra. You should not say that Guru is also sadhu, then I am offering obeisances to the sadhus, respect, then there is no need to respect Guru specially. No. Guru Seva is there and Sadhu Seva is also there. If you read the, that means the different kinds of the limbs of Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti, there first one is what? Sharanapatti, next one is Guru Seva, next one is Sadhu Seva, and then so Shravanam, Kirtanam, all these. So that's why Guru and Sadhu are same. If you consider, then one only you should keep. There is no one, but two are there. So that's why it is. And also in our Sampradaya, there is no information giving person. It's not there at all. Information. So we have three types of gurus in our, according to our acharyas. There are how many types? Three types of the gurus are there. Shravana Guru, Shiksha, Bhajana Shiksha Guru, and Mantra Guru. So any guru will come under or fall under any one of this category. There is no other type of guru actually. Many times, that means some people, they say, not you people, but in sometimes you'll be see that. So here Bhakti Shastri or Bhakti Vaibhava teacher is just a information giving person. No. It's not information giving person, but I know you all not having that, but just I'm saying. So whoever is sitting in the Vyasasana and giving the class, and he is a Shravana Guru actually. And it is the minimum duty of the every student to give respect to him. Otherwise, what will happen? Offense will happen every day. So we might be thinking that we are not committing offenses, then keep on. So offenses keep on happening, and unknowingly also offenses will happen. And that will stop the real rasa to catch to get the bhakti. Because in that commentary of the Sri Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, what we learned, the glories of the bhakti manifest based upon the mercy of the Bhakti Maharani. So is proportional to the mercy of the Bhakti Maharani. The mercy of the Bhakti Maharani, so that is in proportional to the eradication of the offenses. So eradication of the offenses, so is directly proportional to the bhajan. So that's why we have to, as much as reduce the offenses, then we'll be qualified to relish the Krishna Prem. So knowingly or unknowingly, this, so mistakes should not happen. Of course, we are all learning. Of course, whatever happened. So we try to, at least from next class onwards. So for the teacher, whoever is coming, not me or anyone actually, it's telling based upon the subject wise. So subjective way, but is told in the objective way, please. So all the online students and also on-site students, so they has to pay obeisances to the teacher. Whenever he come and sit in his Vyasasana, then after that, so everyone should pay obeisances. On-site students by standing up, and so once we stand up and once again do the, or otherwise just wherever you are sitting, so you pay at least, so Panchanga Pranam. So standing is also good actually. Standing, and after that, while sitting, Panchang Pranam they can do, and so make the Pranam, so that offense will not happen. Otherwise, if we don't implement these things, then, so because teacher may take it is simple thing, no need, but student also takes like that only. Then, because here you see, today we are going to learn that only. When Brihaspati came, Indra didn't stood up from his royal throne because of this only. So his guru left that place, because even after seeing he didn't stood up. That is a minimum etiquette by the disciple should be followed. And for this offense, so Devatas lost all their wealth. They were defeated by Asuras. And this chapter is also dealing about the, so Indra offends his guru Brihaspati. It's a very important chapter. So maybe one may say that, oh, it's just a social custom. No, it's not social custom. And it is given by the as a Vaishnava etiquettes also. So, and also in the even outside world also, in the general system of the Varnashram system, so there also paying obeisances is very important, whatever the teacher is teaching. And also we should understand that today only we'll study this point also. It is not at all limited to the age. That means maybe that in the form of teacher, young person may be coming to you, but still we should not hesitate to pay obeisances for him, because that's Viswarupa is also very young boy actually compared to the Devatas. Devatas are very old and they are so very elevated people in all the ways, but Vishwarupa is a son of a Brahman and very learned person. There Srila Prabhupada is clearly mentioning. So age is not the decision maker actually. So the knowledge and also the spiritual position is the decision maker. So age, by saying sometimes age is just is a younger than me boy, he's even that is also because that is leading to the offense na ultimately. So why we have to allow. And also anyway, guru should not think that I am the guru and I am taking the obeisances, but he should pay obeisances to so his guru, so that it will be transferred. Whatever the respect he is getting, he should transfer that to his guru, and that guru will transfer that to that guru, and it will ultimately reach to Lord himself. So but this is a system. This is a system has to be followed, so that it will be very nice. Otherwise there is a good chance to have offenses. Is my humble request. So next tomorrow onwards, please try to follow this. Yes, Jai Gopinath Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu. Pranam Prabhu.
One or two questions regarding this. So when we say Vande Guru Sri Charanaravindan, so generally we hear it refers to Diksha and Shiksha Guru. So is Shravana Guru comes also under Shiksha Guru?
Yeah, this point was discussed, Prabhu, in the just Bhakti Sandarbha. I will tell the Anuchcheda number, so you can refer, so that which Guru we should respect. That means Guru means whom we should take here. So Shravana Guru also will come or not. So Srila Jiva Goswami is writing in the 237th Anuscheda, Bhakti Sandarbha, 237th Anuscheda. Please note this. What is, so in this Anuscheda, he is saying that Tatha Vaishishya Lipsuhu Shaktaschetaha. Shaktascheta, that means even that means one in Ananya Bhakti begins with the Shraddha. Shraddha means many times I told it is Sharanapati. Sharanapati, once one take Sharanapati. So by the Sharanapati, one can fully satisfy the Lord. And one is having the time, energy, and everything. So Sharanapati means fully dedicated to the Lord. So, and also Shaktaha, yes, he is in the system, Guru is there, and everything is there. Then he is also potential enough. So then Shaktaha Chetaha Bhagavad Shastropadeshtrunam Bhagavan Mantropadeshtrunam Va Sri Guru Charananam Nityameva Visheshata Sevam Kuryat. So he is saying that whom one can worship Guru Seva. That means, so Guru Seva is also one of the sadhana actually. one of the mean to practice bhakti. So worshipping Guru is also one of the sadhana. Like Shravanam Kirtanam is also sadhana. Like that, worshipping Guru is also sadhana. One will accept Guru before Shraddha, but after Shraddha, that means after fully surrendering, so Shaktah Chetaha, that means he is having time and energy and everything, he should do regularly worship to the Guru. So whom he can worship? Bhagavad Shastropadeshtrunam. Those who teaches Bhagavad Shastra, that means devotional scriptures, who teaches Upadeshtrunam, and also Bhagavan Mantropadeshtranam, who gives mantra, Bhagavan mantra. This, huh? Many, huh? Acha. Bhagavat Mantropadeshtranam. Upadeshta is only. So here we can take it as a respect actually. So Mantropadeshta is a guru actually. Is a guru means Bahuvachan. We can use that way also. We can take when so Guruho saying this Gurunam is more valuable actually, more right. So like Sridhar Swami, whenever Srila Jiva Goswami mentions Sridhara Swami na, he will not write Sridhara Swami bihi, or otherwise Sridhara Swami charanaihi, Swami bihi or charanaihi, Sridhara Swami charanaihi, naita taihi. He uses Bahuvachan. Bahuvachan is used to mention many or also to give the respect. So that's why here Bhagavan Mantropadreshtranam va Sri Guru Charananam Nityameva Visheshatah Sevam Kuryat. So for example, that means possibility is there, then seva also should be done. Example, so Guruji coming, whoever is teaching the Bhagavat, and you have, so if you don't have such a, that means you have ability, that means hands and legs, everything is okay, properly working, you can stand up, then you should stand up and pay obeisances. Shaktaha Chetaha. That means he's eligible. And he's an ability. So that's why here Prabhuji's question is, whom one should worship? So Bhagavad Shastropadeshtrunam also. That means who teaches the Bhagavatam. He is also Guru. Yeah.
Hare Krishna. We do Mangala Charan, and then Mangala Charan, if we consciously and cautiously do attentively, most of the time it become mechanical. So then in that prayer, this is also included, like Guru, Siksha Guru, Sravana Guru, Vaishnava, because praying with everyone.
Yes. We are doing every day,
Yeah,
morning Mangala Arati also we are worshipping Guru, and Guru Puja we are worshipping Guru.
And while class also, before you start class, that
Yes.
Mangala Charan, that means Guru's worship and Guru's respect is there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is there,
Yeah,
no?
that is also Mangala Charan also, and also paying obeisances. Actually, like Meghavarana, whenever he comes to me, what is our system? So he comes and first, Om Ajnana Timirandasya, so Gnananjana Shalakaya. So he will be chanting that mantra, then he will be paying, bowing down, doing Panchanga, and after that he will be Vancha Kalpatarupyasa. Then he will sit and then he will stand. When we say sit, then he will sit. Then he will, that means I will start teaching actually. This is the system we follow.
This Westernism has come, and, that Vedic traditional is very beautiful, but
Yeah.
because India has, ISKCON has enlarged society,
Yeah.
and combination of also, it has gone away in little bit like that, affected.
Yeah, yeah,
Whether
yeah.
whenever
Because
Guru
of this, what will happen, Prabhu? Offense will happen. So both, that means,
speaking cheaply and become so cheap and it's not
Yeah,
so
yeah.
serious. Even
Yeah.
though our spiritual master comes, Diksha Guru comes in
Yeah.
class,
Yeah.
sometimes we don't understand. Why I don't understand? One other reason maybe like so much crowd is there,
yeah,
like sitting. So just like
yeah, Shakta Cheta. That means if possibility is there, you should. But if so much crowd is there and there is impossibility there, then okay.
My second question is regarding
Pariksha Prabhu.
I'm sorry. Regarding Sannyasa Guru, so will that not come under any of these category? Or there are other gurus like one who bring one to the Krishna consciousness, Vardhama Daksha Guru.
Yes, Prabhu. So gurus also having the, like you see, Jiva Goswami explains Mahabhagavats, Vaishnavas. So also there are various categories of the Vaishnavas. According to their status, that means according to their the yogyata, so qualification, you should give respect. Similarly, in the gurus also, so the one who is really, that means who is teaching you, that guru, and the one who is uplifting you, that means mantra diksha is giving, he, and who is giving siksha. We cannot say everyone is equal. Everyone is not in equal position, but everyone should be respected. Basic respect should be there actually, but they are not equal. Because according to their spiritual abilities and spiritual qualification, respect should be changed. There's no doubt in that. But disrespect we should not do. That's dangerous actually. Then that will lead to the offense. Disrespect you should not. Even sometimes, if any guru, so you may feel some lacking in him. You might be seeing immaturity in him. Then what we should do? If guru is behaving in immature way, what should be done? So can you figure it out and tell you blame him? Or what is the etiquette is given by our acharyas from the sandarbhas? Recently we studied. What is the etiquette we should follow? What we should do? If we see immaturity in the guru, what you should do? Huh? Key. Take mic and tell.
One answer we heard that I think in case of Mahabhagavat does this kind of thing, we should avoid him, or we should respect him from distance.
Yes.
Otherwise, we gave another answer. I think that is to inform his superior authority, or his authority.
Yeah. So no. Guru is there is no superior. Here the main point is, if some immaturity you are seeing, so if that guru is behaving immaturely, that means he is stopping you to serve the Mahabhagavas or whatever that means you are seeing, then you should leave his association. But sitting in front of him or staying with him, and you should not offend, because that will be giving the back result for us. Only thing is that guru has to be avoided actually. Avoided means one should go away from him and respect him from the far distance. This is the etiquette actually. But if you do the ninda, then that will be incurring the more and more sin. That is the system is given actually. And that person also, so if he is immaturing and immature position, he will also get the definitely bad result, because being of his immaturity, he will be getting the definitely negative result and he cannot progress. But student, what he has to do, he has to give respect him far distance, and so instead of having the regular friction, so it should be avoided, that association. That is the system actually.
Krishna Prabhu. So we can add one more point. Like
Yeah.
class gets started, then devotees come.
Yes.
They offer obeisance to Prabhupada and deities, but nobody offers obeisance to the speaker. It looks very awkward.
Few students offers, I see.
Yeah.
I see few are offering. From the beginning they are offering. I know that. So I don't want to mention, I don't want to differentiate, but some offer, I know that.
That should be
So-
there. Otherwise, it's insult to the whole class.
Yeah. So, huh? Who is that? Guru Rapi? What Chaitanya Jivan Prabhu, what do you want to say?
Yes, true. Actually, you were speaking of that we should leave the association of the guru who is immature. So I was just telling this shloka, bro. There is one shloka. Guru
Yes,
rapi avaliptasya karya karam ajanata utpata pratipannasya parityago vidhiyate.
yes. So this is. So this is from the Sandarbha. So Gurorapyavaliptasya karya karyam ajanatah utpata pratipannasya parityago vidhiyate iti smaranat. Gurorapi avaliptasya, who is attached to the material pleasure and who doesn't know what is right and wrong, what is do's and don'ts. And utpata pratipannasya, so who deviated from the path. So parityagah vidhiyate, you should leave him, you should reject him. Okay, so next sloka. Tatah nirgatya sahasa kavirangirasah prabhuhu ayayau swagruham tushnim vidwan srimadavikriyam. Translation: Bruhaspati knew everything that would happen in the future. Seeing Indra's transgression of etiquette, he completely understood that Indra was puffed up by his material opulence. Although able to curse Indra, he didn't do so. Instead, he left the assembly and in silence returned to his home. Actually, we just inquired in other institutes like in the VHE. So what is the etiquette of the classroom? They said that. So I was also remembering, actually, I studied Bhakti Shastri from VH. So at that time, the system was, when our teacher comes, everyone, they stand up and they pay obeisances. Radha Rohini Mataji, what was the system? I think she was also.
Yes, Prabhuji, one should compulsory they should raise up and pay obeisances. And also after teacher is leaving the class also, one should pay obeisances.
Yeah. So this is the system. Okay. Next. Then what happened? So Bruhaspati came into that assembly. Indra was, what is that sloka he said here? Indras Tribhuvana Aishwarya Madol Langita Satpataha. Why was Indra was not able to pay obeisances to his guru? Because of his position. Aishwarya Mada. That means he got pride because of his opulence. So Indra's Tribhuvana Aishwarya, he is the king for all the planetary system, 3 planets. And because of being the control ship on these 3 planets, Madha Ullangita. So he was having so much pride. By that pride, he is crossing. Ullangita means crossing. Satpataha. Satpataha means the path of saints. So that's a Vedic etiquette, the Vedic culture and etiquette. That's that path he crossed, and that Indra actually. So na abhyanandata. He didn't respect that kind of Indra. Didn't respect Bruhaspati, because generally yes, once one will be getting the position and so because of this also one may forget to respect the gurus. Spiritual master Prabhupada is writing. Bruhaspati is Prabhupada is writing as a spiritual master. That means he is Purohit. Yeah, Purohit means he is guiding in progress of in all the opulences. Bruhaspati is also a Brahmana, perfect Brahmana. Brahmajanati. Prabhupada writes in another place. So he knows the spiritual truth. That means he knows the Brahman. But he is a pure devotee, and like that we don't see. but he is guiding spiritually and materially both ways, being a very learned person and also spiritually elevated person who realizes the self and Brahman realization. So that Guru, Bruhaspati knows, yes, now Indra got the pride. Because of this, he will be going to pay in future a big thing. So that's why he is so simply so keeping quiet and without any telling anything. Swagruham tushnim, silently he went to his home. Tarhe, next sloka will be continue. Tarheva pratibudhyendro guru helanamaatmanaha garhayama sasadasi swayamatmanamatmana. Indra, the king of heaven, could immediately understand his mistake. Realizing he had disrespected his spiritual master, he condemned himself in the presence of all the members of the assembly. So Indra was realizing immediately, because Indra also appointed by the Lord and they are all vibhutis of the Lord. So that's why because of this they have very good, that means of course sometimes Indra get the some kind of pride in many ways affected by the material modes, but the point is he is anyway assistant or servant of the Lord. So that's why he is able to understand his mistake very quickly, not like Daksha actually. Daksha also offended Narada Muni, but here Indra realized very quickly. So, oh, my Gurudev came and I didn't respect him. So that's why he is immediately realizing, and what he did. Aho bata maya sadhu krutam by dabra buddhina यन्मयैश्वर्यमत्तेन गुरु सदसि कात्कृतः. भावग्राही प्रभु. Translation.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Pranam Prabhu.
Indra, the king of heaven, could immediately understand his mistake.
No.
This is 10th verse, Prabhu.
Oh, sorry. Yes, 11th verse.
Alas, what a regrettable deed I have committed because of my lack of intelligence and my pride in my material appearances. I failed to show respect to my spiritual master when he entered this assembly, and thus I have insulted him.
Yeah, he realized his insult. Next. Ko grudyeta pandito lakshmim tri pishta papaterapi yayahamasurambuvam nitodya vibhudeshwaraha. Vipin Purandar Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I'm outside, so I cannot. Sorry.
Okay, no problem. No problem. Jai Gopinath Prabhu.
Although I am king of the demigods who are situated in the mode of goodness, I was proud of a little opulence and polluted by false ego. Under the circumstances, who in this world would accept such riches at the risk of falling down? Alas, I condemn my wealth and opulence.
Yes, bro. Thank you, bro. Although I'm king of demigods. Actually, demigods means they are always in the mode of goodness. And human beings in general, which mode? Passion. And the lower planetary systems who are there, inhabitants of lower planets, they are in the ignorance. So it's a general understanding. So in general, demigods in the goodness. I was proud of a little opulence and polluted by false ego. So this is very dangerous actually. So because of maybe sometimes scholarship, this, that, one may get the proud. So under the circumstances, who in this world would accept such riches at the risk of falling down? So whenever we get pride, then we'll fall. Alas, I condemn my wealth and opulence. he was condemning. So Prabhupada is writing here. So a devotee, in the perspective of devotion, he is writing. So this, of course, topic is in general it is going on, but in the perspective of devotion, Prabhupada is writing. And devotee like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So what he said, that devotees also, they are not running behind the wealth and name, fame. Na dhanam, na janam, na sundarim, kavitam va jagadisha kamaye. So all you know the meaning. So they don't want all these, but what they want, mama janmani janmanishware bhavatad bhakti ahaituki tvai. That means, oh my dear Lord, I may get pure devotional service. So unalloyed devotional service in you. So this is the desire of every devotee. So Prabhupada is writing, these demigods are situated in the mode of goodness, but sometimes even one who is situated in such an exalted position as a King Indra, the king of all the demigods, falls down because of material opulence. We are now actually seeing this in America. Prabhupada is writing the practical, so his situation at that time. In America, America is very advanced country than the other Eastern countries. They are almost 30 years or 40 years advanced. Whatever things are seen in the 30 years before, that you can see in these countries now. So very advanced. That means at the time Prabhupada, whatever the technologies are there, those we will be seeing after 40 years. So America is very advanced country. Everyone is so rich and very much opulent. And but what happened because of this advancement, and they have a lot of money, and but what they completely, the result is that Americans are now regretting the wholesale criminality of American society and are wondering how America has become also lawless and unmanageable. As stated in Srimad Bhagavatam, Nathe vidu swarthagatam hi Vishnum, person who are unintelligent, don't know the aim of the life. So Prabhupada is further extending his discussion and also discussing wherever there is money, then there what two things are served. If the money is so much is there, one is wine, second is woman, and that will lead to the Varna Sankara, and then whole society will be corrupted. This is the thing Prabhupada is writing in this. Fortunately, however, last paragraph, the Krishna conscious movement has come to America, and many fortunate young men are giving serious attention to this movement, which is creating ideal men of first class character, men who completely refrain from meat eating, illicit sex, intoxication, and gambling. If the American people are serious about the curbing the degraded criminal life of their nation, so they must take to the Krishna consciousness movement and try to create the kind of human society advised in the Bhagavad Gita, Chaturvarnam Maya System Gunakarma Vibhagashaha. So that means by accepting this good life, that means no meditating, no illicit sex, intoxication, gambling, that is nothing but the dharmic life, that is nothing but the varnashrama dharma. Then one has to also accept the principles of pure devotion. They should try to become pure devotees. So finally, Prabhupada is writing, long ago, Lord Indra regretted his disrespect to his spiritual master Bruhaspati. Similarly, it is advised that the American people regret their mistaken advancement in civilization. They should take advice from the spiritual master, the representative of Krishna. If they do so, they will be happy. So now in the place of Bruhaspati, Srila Prabhupada, and these Americans are in the place of Indra, and they should respect Prabhupada's words and they should take it as life and soul, then they can save their life. Jai Gopinath.
This point you mentioned that demigods means more of goodness, and in this planet people will be in passion. But in this planet only we have this varnashrama system, and in that the Brahmanas are predominantly in mode of goodness.
Yes,
so how to match these two?
Yeah, Prabhu. So actually, majorly this material world, the earth planet is a Rajoguna actually. Influence, major guna is Rajoguna. Higher planets Sattva, lower planets Tamoguna. So as much as you progress, so up Sattva increases. We cannot separate any one guna actually, Prabhu. So there will be the change in the percentage. So now here you have 30% Sattva-guna, 50% Rajoguna, 20% Tamoguna. If you go down, so then 30% Rajoguna and Sattva-guna both goes down, down, down. And if you go up, Sattva-guna increases. So like this, we should take like this actually. So even, of course, we say majorly Sattva-guna, Rajoguna influenced, but in that also you'll be having the gradations. So like majorly Rajoguna, but 50% Rajoguna, 40 is the Sattva-guna, and 10 is the Tamoguna. And so this Sattva-guna will change, you know? That means Sattva-guna changes and Rajoguna increases, then you say Brahmana, Kshatriyas. So Sattva-guna is more and Rajoguna less, then they are known as Brahmanas. Like in the Kali Yuga, you have the Satyuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, and Kali Yuga. So like that, of course, is majorly influenced by Rajoguna. Then you can change in the Sattva-guna, you can see. So based upon that, we can classify the people.
Can we say that that is why the Brahmanas are in less number in the society, because the Sattva-guna is only less percentage?
Yeah, very less you can see. Out of thousands, qualified Brahmanas are very less. Next, Yah Parameshtyam Dishanam Adishtitan Adishtanna Kanchana Pratyutishteriti Bruyur Dharmam Tena Param Viduhu. Nityamukan Prabhu. There? Your internet is okay? No. Okay. Mute it. Please mute it. I'm going Prabhu. I'm going Prabhu is there? No. Not audible.
Who is situated on the exalted. If a person.
कल से नहीं पूछूंगा आपको इंटरनेट ठीक नहीं है, रोज ऐसे ही हो रहा है 3 दिन से. I'm going bro. You are traveling or you are okay? No.
If a person says one who is situated on the exalted throne of a king should not stand up to show respect to another king or a Brahmana, it is to be understood that he does not know the superior religious principles.
Okay, thank you. If a person says one who is situated on the exalted throne of a king should not stand up, it's a so-called, here Srila Vishwanath Thakur is writing in his commentary, Dharma, some Niti Shastras, they say that if king is sitting in his royal throne, so there is no need to get up every time for every Brahmana, whoever comes, for respecting them, he doesn't need to stand up actually and give respect. That he's saying that Shastras says, some Shastras they say like that. Some Shastras means Niti Shastras. Vishwanath Thakur is writing on this commentary 13th. Nanu Simhasanasto Raja Kamapi Nabhyutishtet iti Niti Shastragnaha Satyam te Brantaha eva ityaha. So some Niti Shastra says that. What Niti Shastra says? Simhasanastha Raja Kamapi Nabhyutishtet. The king who is sitting on the royal throne, he doesn't need to stand up for anyone to give respect. To give respect to anyone, he no need to stand up. So now abhyutishtet. So like this, someone support the Indra, Purapakshi, or Indra himself can say. But what is this? Of course it's true, but Brantaha eva, te Brantaha. It is actually, is not. Those followers of Niti Shastras are bewildered actually. It's not correct. It's just a bewilderment. So actually, what is the truth? There he should stand up actually. He should stand up and give the respect. So Prabhupada is writing in this. Sri Vishwanath Chaudhary Thakur says in this regard that when a president or a king is sitting on his throne, he doesn't need to show respect to everyone who comes within his assembly, but he must show respect to superiors like his spiritual master, Brahmanas and Vaishnavas. That means he should. So whenever these Brahmanas, Vaishnavas, they come, so like when we are sitting in the assassin, so Guru Maharaj came to get darshan, and you are giving the class. You should stand up or not? From the Vyasasana. From Vyasasana, you should stand up or not? What? You should hand up, stand up or not? Yes, you should. You should stand up. Any sannyasi is coming and you are giving the class. You should stand up or not? You should stand up. Maybe in the big temples, many are keep on coming and going. It that means Shaktaha Chetaha. That means you should see that. But in our classroom, actually, is you are giving class on the asasana, and sannyasi came. You should stand up or not? You should stand up. You should stand up because it's elevated Vaishnava. Sannyasis, Vaishnavas, Brahmanas, yes, spiritual master.
In temple, sometimes altars open.
Yes,
usually. So that time it will someone stands up, difficult like that. That comes distraction in the sense some class have to stop. So
these are all
that is one should offer respect to deities.
Reference to deities.
Neither devotee stands nor speakers. So that should be.
By sitting only there only he can pay obeisance.
And as well as also other place when
he pay. And also whenever date is open, he will immediately fast that class and he says that so whatever the names of deities he will take and he do that Jai Dhwani and he'll go continuous that.
And whenever deities in front of deities, one should not pay obeisance. Also, it is said also
To others actually. Yeah, this is also we see that. So sometimes we hear that. So in front of deities, you should not pay obeisances to any other one actually. So,
if sometime on devotee give Bhagavatam class, and that time he expect his Shiksha Guru always, then that time his Shiksha Guru also will come here. What will be he do? He will be obeisance or?
Based upon the based upon the qualification, respect will be changing actually. That is there. Sannyasi and so a normal Shiksha Guru for him only will be the difference will be there. The respect also will change. You may pay obeisances in your mind when Shiksha Guru comes. But when your sannyasi is coming, a spiritual master, so who is Mahabhagavat is coming, then the response should not be same. When Mahabhagavat is coming and when Vaishnava is coming and just a Kanishta Bhakta is coming, but the respect will be different. It should be different. So then you have to give the you can pay obeisances in your mind and go continue further. There are many examples of how he should act. When Lord Krishna was sitting on his throne and Narada Muni fortunately entered his assembly, even Lord Krishna immediately stood up with his officers and ministers to offer respectful obeisances to Narada. Narada knew that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead and Krishna knew that Narada was his devotee. But although Krishna is the Supreme Lord and Narada is the Lord's devotee, the Lord observed the religious etiquette. Since Narada was a brahmachari, a brahmana, and an exalted devotee, even Krishna, while acting as a king, offered his respectful obeisances unto Narada. Such is the conduct visible in the Vedic civilization, a civilization in which the people don't know how to representative of Narada and Krishna should be respected, how society should be formed, and how one should advance in Krishna consciousness. A society concerned only with the manufacturing new cars and new skyscrapers every year and then breaking them to pieces and making new ones may be technologically advanced, but it is not a human civilization. Here, human civilization is advanced when its people follow the Chaturvarnyam system. So that's a human life means Varnashram system. This has to be there in entire world. That is the actually Earth planet means, especially in Earth planet, this Bhumandala. So this is a must actually. Varnashram system is must. It should be. Otherwise, it's not human civilization. So Prabhupada, that's why he advocated this. Of course, it is not pure devotional service, but this is the system from where one will be trained so much. So automatically in a good etiquettes, in the mode of goodness, it will really make him to understand the higher spiritual subject matters, because being in the mode of goodness. Okay, so you can go to the next sloka. Tesham kupata deshtrunam patatam tamasi hyadaha ye shraddhadyurvachaste vaimajjantyashma plavayiva. Swarnakanti Prabhu.
Leaders who have fallen into ignorance and who misled people by directing them to the path of destruction, as described in previous verse, are in effect boarding a stone boat, and so too are those who blindly follow them. A stone boat would be unable to float and would sink in the water with its passengers. Similarly, those who mislead people go to hell, and their followers will go with them.
Okay. So leader is doing mistake, then all the followers also will be automatically, they will be also in the difficulty. So being a leader of all the demigods, Indra did the mistake and suffering will be there for all the followers also. Like it's a stone boat. So someone is sitting in the stone boat, then what will happen? So boat also will sink, and people who are sitting in that, they are also sinking. Same way, a leader who is not having the proper knowledge and they are ignorant, they are like stone boats. So ignorant leaders are like stone boats. The boat itself is immersing in the water, and also other devotees, whoever is sitting, other people who are sitting in that. So commentaries are very simple, one half line, and nothing is there. So just we are going further. As stated in the Vedic literature, Nrudeham Adyam Sulabham Durlabham Plavam Sukalpam Guru Karnadharam. So the conditioned souls have fallen in the ocean of nescience, but the human body, fortunately. So Prabhupada is giving that's in the 11th and 20th chapter. Human body is like what? Stone boat, boat, and Guru is captain, and the favorable winds are scriptures, instructions of the Lord, and passenger is Jivatma. So one should use this human body to cross this material ocean. The same thing is said in this. One who boards a boat made of stone is doomed. So to be elevated to the state of perfection, humanity must first give up false leaders who present boats of stone. All the boats of stone. All the leaders are nowadays, they are like stone boats. They are also dipping in the water, and also they followers. Okay, you can see this, you can read. And Srila Prabhupada is writing in the last few lines, In this regard, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur comments, Ashmayaha plavo ye shamte yata majjantam plavam anumajjanti tateti rajaniti upadreshu swa sabhyeshu kopo vijanitah. If the society is guided by political diplomacy with one notation maneuvering against another, it will certainly sink like a stone boat. That means political diplomacy is the guide for the society, then everyone will be sinking. But who should be the guide for the society? Brahmanas, actually. So that's why here. So now the power is ruling the society. Then instead of Brahmanas, knowledge should rule the society. Then what? It's like a stone boat. Next. Ataham amaracharyam आचार्यम अगाधदिषणं द्विजं प्रसादयिष्ये निषटः शीर्णा तच्चरणं स्पृशन्. तपो में प्रभु.
Hare Krishna. The King Indra said, therefore, with great frankness and without duplicity, I shall now bow my head at the lotus feet of Brihaspati, the spiritual master of the demigods, because he is in the mood of goodness. He is fully aware of the knowledge and is the best of the Brahmanas. Now I shall touch his lotus feet and offer my obeisance unto him to try to satisfy him.
Yes. King Indra said, what he said? Oh my. So he should not become like stone boat. Because he doesn't want to take all his followers into the ditch difficulty. So that's why he realized his mistake, and he immediately, so he realized, and what he did, he wants to go and ask forgiveness from his spiritual master. So the spiritual master of the demigods, because he is in the mode of goodness, he is full of aware of knowledge, and he is the best of the Brahmanas. Now I shall touch his lotus feet and offer my obeisances unto him to try to satisfy him. So, because you see, Prabhupada is writing, coming to his senses, King Indra realized that he was not a very sincere disciple of his spiritual master, Brihaspati. Therefore, he decided that henceforward he would be a nishataha, that means non-duplicity, duplicitious. Nishataha Shirshna Tacharanam Sprishan. He decided to touch his head to the feet of his spiritual master. From this example, we should learn this principle enunciated by Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. Yasya prasadat bhagavat prasado. Yasya prasadan nagatih kutopi. By the mercy of spiritual master, one is benedicted by the mercy of Krishna. Without the grace of a spiritual master, one cannot make any advancement. A disciple should never be a hypocrite or be unfaithful to his spiritual master. In Srimad Bhagavatam, the spiritual master is also called Acharya. Acharyam mam vijaniyan. The Supreme Personality of Godhead says that one should respect the spiritual master, accepting him as the Lord himself. Now manyeta karhichit. One should not disrespect the Acharya at any time. Na martya buddhya asuyeta. One should not never think the Acharya an ordinary person. Familiarity sometimes breeds contempt, but one should be very careful in one's dealings with the Acharya. Yes, this happens actually. Familiarity. Because of familiarity, then what will be doing? So it will be contempt. Whenever, that means sometimes spiritual master, you are serving for the 4 months, 5 months to continuously, then what will happen? You will start taking the things very casually. But when you come beginning day, at that time you will be having a different feeling actually. So bhava is different. Once in a year, if you are meeting, then it's different. But when you stay with him for 5 months, I say, so how many times he takes? 4-5 बार खाते, 4-5 times he eats. What he takes? बहुत खाते हैं यार. So much he eats. Very casually. At the beginning, how is? oh my Guru Maharaj. So we'll be having this so much respect, but when we are so much familiar, so that lead to the so much offenses actually. So actually, if you offend Lord, then Guru will save. But if you offend Guru, then no one will be saved. So that is a very, very dangerous. Guru Prasada is very important. So one should be very careful towards the Gurus. Aghada Dishanam Dvijam. The Acharya is a perfect Brahmana and has unlimited intelligence in guiding the activities of his disciple. And also how to approach the Guru. Tadviddi pranipatena pariprasnena sevaya upadekshanti te gnanam gnaninas tattvadarshinaha. So if you want to learn from any teacher, actually, there is a need of these three things. First, pranipatena pariprasnena sevaya. If this is not there, this formula is not followed. There is a need to first surrendering to him, and next very humble way, submissively asking the questions and also giving the service. Then one will be pleased. I don't know, actually we are accepting so much modernity, modern principles in the present systems actually because of this. It's that system itself is proning for the doing more and more offenses. So that is leading to the more and more offenses. And I don't know, so previously they don't do acharyas, they were not taking any money, but everyday disciple should go and beg the alms and give to the Guru. Payment was there also. Payment was there even from the beginning. From the ancient days, payment is there. Every day, Guru's students, why Guru goes for the student goes to the Guru's house or ashram? For benefit of whose benefit? Shishya's benefit or Guru's benefit? For Guru's benefit. Guru Hitam. For the benefit of Guru, he should go. So if we come to the even IBM, we should come for what benefit? Especially for the on-site students, not online. They should come for the benefit of teacher. That's the system actually. We should not see that what is my benefit. Yes? We should implement or not? What do you say, Rangamaya Prabhu? We should implement or not? Bhagavatam, whatever we studied, that is it. So whoever is coming, they should come for the benefit of teacher. Yes. Yes. But we are not teaching means that is our fault, teacher fault. Actually, yeah, but what I don't know actually where we are going. Sometimes I feel actually. So in my mind, I think whether we are going right way or not. I feel so we are also half. That means we are not giving the accommodation and giving this free and this, and also there is no service, and there is no service means yes, so very little service, but Vedic principles so many are sacrificed, and whether real way of knowledge is being given or not. So do you need to any changes? Because Shastra is saying in the different mood actually. How much we are implementing? I feel actually myself, I always think maybe that means here see Tadviddi pranipatena pariprasnena sevaya. These are the principles actually. So generally we should follow. And now it is a system. So generally what happens now? Nowadays what is happening? Oh, you have to follow the system and this is a system. And everyone should follow. And this should be finished. This should happen. That should happen. So I don't know actually how much this is going to benefit the upliftment of the individuals, the Krishna consciousness. So because in this system, is there any chance of having and also this is also I don't know actually. Actually, also there should be some system to make the only qualified people to become Guru. There is a proper, first of all, Guru system also should be properly set. Who is Guru? He should be set first properly. And also he should be set and he should be selected properly. and also the system also, there should be according to Shastra. So he has to, that means there should be a Tadvidya Pranipatena Pariprasna Seva, that should be implemented nicely. And that kind of atmosphere is needed, then only knowledge flows actually. But now we think that this is because you committed, because you people committed, you committed this, so this many days, this program, that like that it should happen. And yes, now we have right. And also this is also, I don't know, is there any feedback on Guru? So this kind of system in the ancient system, feedback on Guru, this is there or not? That also I am doubt actually. I have the doubt. Yeah.
I think what is there, but now problem is that we cannot directly completely bring the Vedic things. It will take time, but one has to accept the reality also. So
yeah, that's
both mix is there. There's one hybrid is there. So sometimes like we are all of us getting food, eating foods, grains.
Yes,
but
yes.
most of foods we are getting hybrids. Although may talk about organic foods, other things, pure life, but taking hybrids, no doubt, because
Yes.
similar way
It's
knowledge
very, yeah.
also that.
It's really very, so many things are unclear actually. Unclear means we are reading something in the scriptures and in the practical life. So we are seeing the gulf difference
There is
between.
incompatibility.
Yeah.
And that is the reality, and that we are living modern age. So that's just like Guru's feedback is not taken, not used to be there that time. But Guru was so loving, selfless, and
Yes.
dependent. So that was culture. So, but
Yeah.
same thing you apply now, that is very difficult.
Yes. Guru's qualities also reduced. Shishya's qualities even reduced. Totally.
Like
collapse.
husband cannot expect chaste, similar chaste lady. My wife should be completely chaste. So similarly, wife cannot expect husband, my should be there. So like that, but one has to come a standard that
Yeah.
is there. So just like my wife is not Sita because my husband is not Ram. So Sita and Ram combination has to be there both. One should not expect like that. My wife should be Sita. I'm a like Ravana.
Yeah. They'll be taken care actually. That is the system actually. Yes. But
Everybody
gurus
have-
also two types. Naistik brahmachari is also gurus and grihasthas also. Both will be there. So, but it goes in a different system. Two types of gurus are possible. So grihasthas gurus, and also because for Gurukul is small boys, so couples, they are used to take care of the people. And also here we have a system another. These are very different situation. Ours is very grown up people, and also there also, yeah.
Guru as a institutional Guru.
Yeah.
We are seeing Guru as a institutional. Guru not used to be institution. Guru means independent. Guru means Guru was under not someone. Guru is directly under to Lord used to be there. That Krishna separate.
But actually, you see, Takshashila, and this, they have the big, that means even Bruhaspati, sorry, and also other acharyas, they are all having the Gurukuls. In the 10,000 disciples are there, and many teachers also there. So many ashrams, this was there. Mahavidyala, universities were there previously. Kulapatis. So Kulapatis were there previously also. Yeah. So like Sandipur Muni school, and also there is a Bharadwaja's ashram. Bharadwaja is a Kulapati. He's having the 10,000 disciples, means many teachers he's engaging. So previously also this system is there. Institutionalized way of teaching was there. But there one will be the Kulapati, and all their various activities used to happen. But yeah, we need to verify and research the systems and implement. Those has to be implemented. Wow. Yeah. Yes, Jay Gopinath Prabhu. Huh? Yeah. Oh, it is simple.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhu.
Is it not that, Prabhu, that respect is commanded and not demanded? Uh, how the spiritual master uh, deals with a disciple, and the disciple will give him or that force him to give that much of respect. Like Prabhupada, although he was dealing with many of the people who are uncultured, but the way he dealt with them, and then that commanded respect from them, and they were so affectionate to Srila Prabhupada. Is that
What is last sentence, Prabhu? It's
sorry, Prabhu.
It's broken actually, voice. Yeah.
I am asking, is it not that way that that it is always commanded, not demanded?
Yeah. Because he's Acharya, definitely he's Mahabhagavat. His position is different, and we cannot command. We cannot command, no. Because we cannot command or we cannot demand. We can just say the etiquette. Because see, one simple Sravana Guru, and so the spiritual master who is taking the responsibility to uplift that Guru, and who is the Acharya, and that Guru, they are very much difference. Respect also should be varied. You cannot treat everyone as same level. No. So that's why Prabhupada's position is like that. But what is general principle to learn from anyone? Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprasena seva. This is the fundamental principle. Evam, next sloka will go. Evam chintayastasya magho no bhagavan gruhat bruhaspatir gato drishtam gati madhyatma mayaya. Sri Charan.
While Indra, the king of the demigods, thought in this way and repented in his own assembly, Brihaspati, the most powerful spiritual master, understood his mind. Thus, he became invisible to Indra and left home. For Brihaspati was spiritually more powerful than King Indra.
Yeah. Simply, Guru didn't do any curse or anything. So he left that place and he understood what is going to happen to these disciples. Left home, or Brihaspati was spiritually more powerful than King Indra. He was not, that means Indra went to the home of Brihaspati and he saw there was no Brihaspati. Next, Gurornadigata Sangyam Parikshan Bhagavan Swarat Dhyayan Diya Surair Yuktaha Sharmana Labhatatmanaha. Pitamar Chaitanya.
Although Indra searched vigorously with the assistance of the other demigods, he could not find Brihaspati. Then Indra thought, alas, my spiritual master has become dissatisfied with me, and now I have no means of achieving good fortune. Although Indra was surrounded by demigods, he could not find peace of mind.
Okay. Finally, alas, that means he was not able to find Brihaspati in his home, and he searched and he became fully invisible. So, but no, that means they were not able to find the Brihaspati and ask forgiveness. So that's why Indra was not at all having any peace in his heart. Tatsrutvaiva sarva ashrityaushana sammatam devan pratyudyamam chakrur durmada atatayinaha. Hearing of the pitiable condition of King Indra, the demons, following the instructions of their guru, Sukracharya, equipped themselves with weapons and declared war against the demigods. This is the right time. So, because since they offended Guru, automatically they will become weak. This is the result actually. If you don't respect elders and if you don't respect Guru, so one will become spiritually and also materially also weak. Tair visrushteshu bistikshnai nirbhinnangoru bhahavaha brahmanam sharanam jagmuhu sahendra natakandaraha. The demigods' heads, thighs, and arms, and the other parts of their bodies were injured by the sharp arrows of the demons. The demigods, headed by Indra, so saw no other course than to immediately approach Lord Brahma with bowed hands for shelter and proper instructions. So what happened? See here. So demigods were attacked by their enemies, all the followers of Sukracharya, these Daityas. So because Sukracharya is a very intelligent person, this is the right time you people go and attack these demigods. These people anyway, there's one fault is there, na? So what is that fault? They offended their guru, that's why they became weak. And these demigods, these demons, they all worshipped Guru and they became powerful. So both, and they started following Sukracharya very strictly. So then that's why they became very powerful. So Brahmaji is going to tell you, see that. And then that's why Sukracharya said that this is the right time to defeat your enemies. Go. Then they just chopped off their hands and legs, all these Daityas, and they were crying. Next. So Indra was thinking that there is no other mean, so let me go and meet the Brahmaji. Tans tatabhyardyati Tans tatabhyarditan viksha Bhagavan Atma Bhuraja Krupaya Paraya Deva Uvacha Parisantvayan. So when the most powerful Lord Brahma saw the demigods coming toward him, their bodies gravely injured by the arrows of the demons, he pacified them by his great causeless mercy and spoke as follows. So actually, is there any question on this? Questions? Actually, based upon, okay. Write any 5 salient points from purport. Write any 5 salient points from purport of SB 6.7.15. Okay. 15 much. Okay. Then the most powerful Lord, so Brahma, what he's saying? Sri Brahmo Vacha Ahobata Surashreshta Hyabhadram Vah Krutam Mahat Pramishtam Brahmanam Dantam Aishwaryat Nabhyanandata. Lord Brahma said, "O best of the demigods, unfortunately, because of madness resulting from your material opulence, you failed to receive Brihaspati properly when he come to your assembly, because he is aware of the supreme Brahman and fully in control of his senses. He is the best of the Brahmanas. Therefore, it is very astonishing that you have acted impudently toward him. So Brahmaji was chastising these all devatas. So purport you can see. Lord Brahma recognized Brahmanical qualification of Bruhaspati, who was the spiritual master of the demigods. So Bruhaspati was very much in control of his sense and mind, and therefore he was a most qualified Brahmana. Lord Brahma chastised the demigods for not properly respecting this Brahmana, who was their guru. Lord Brahma wanted to impress upon the demigods that one's guru should not be disrespected under any circumstances. When Bruhaspati entered the assembly of the demigods, and they and their king Indra took him for granted. Since he came every day, they thought they didn't need to show him special respect. As it is said, familiarity breeds contempt. Being very much displeased, Bruhaspati immediately left Indra's place. Thus, all the demigods headed by Indra became offenders at the lotus feet of the Bruhaspati, and Lord Brahma, being aware of this, condemned their neglect. In a song we sing every day, Narottam Das Thakur says, Chakshudana dila e janme janme Prabhu se. The Guru gives spiritual insight to the disciple, and therefore the Guru should be considered his master life after life. Under no circumstances should the Guru be disrespected, but the demigods, being puffed up by their material possessions, were disrespectful to their Guru. Therefore, Srimad Bhagavatam advises, Acharyam Mam Vijaniyan Navamanyeta Karichit Na Martya Buddhya Shuyeta. Okay. Now write one more question, because questions are not there. Also should make questions. What was the mistake done by Indra and his followers? And what is the result of that? 2 marks. Tasyam anayasyasit parebhyo vah parabhavah prakshinebhyah swavairibhyah samruddhanam cha yatsura. Translation: because of your misbehavior towards Brihaspati, you have been defeated by demons. My dear demigod, since the demons were weak, having been defeated by you several times, how else could you, who were so advanced in opulence, be defeated by them? So now what Brahmaji is saying, Indra, so you have been defeated by the demons. Of course, you are all very powerful and demons are very weak. You know why you were defeated? Huh? Why? Why? The reason is said in next. Magavan dvishitah pasya prakshinan gurvati kramat samutpatyupachitan bhuyah kavyamaradya bhaktitah adadiran nilayanam mamapi bhrugu devatah. O Indra, your enemies, the demons, were extremely weak because of their disrespect towards Sukracharya. But since they have now worshipped Sukracharya with great devotion, they have become powerful. By their devotion to Sukracharya, they have increased their strength so much that now they are even able to easily seize my abode from me. Even they can grab Brahmaloka also from the Brahmajis. That much power one can get from worshipping the Guru. So purport, Lord Brahma wanted to point out the demigods that by the strength of the Guru, one can become most powerful within this world. And by the displeasure of the Guru, one can lose everything. This is confirmed by the song of Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. Yasya prasadat bhagavat prasad. Okay, by the mercy of spiritual master, one is benedicted by the mercy of Krishna. Without the grace of the spiritual master, one cannot make any advancement. Although the demons are insignificant in comparison to the Lord Brahma, because of the strength of their guru, are so powerful that they could even seize Brahmaloka from Lord Brahma. We therefore pray to the spiritual master, Mokam karoti vachalam pangum langayate girim yat kripa tamaham vande Sri Gurum Dinatari. So that's it. Next. त्रैपिष्टपं किं गणयन्त्यभेद्या मन्त्रा भृगूणामनुशिक्षितार्धा न विप्रगोविन्दगवेश्वराणां भवन्त्यभद्राणि नरेश्वराणाम्. Because of their firm determination to follow the instructions of Sukracharya, his disciple, the demons are now unconcerned about the demigods. In fact, kings or others who have determined faith in the mercy of the Brahmanas, so cows and Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, and who always worship these, were always strong in their position. So after this, so Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is writing very nicely on this commentary. Only small point only this, but yes. अत्र सामदानदण्डाः उपायाः न सम्भवन्ति दृश्यन्ते भेदः अपि अशक्यः इत्याह न भेद्यः मन्त्रः मन्त्राणां येषान्ते सर्वत्र हेतु भृगूणां ननु तर्हि किं वयं मरिष्यामः एव. So now you see these demons, they conquered on the demigods. Then what is the solution to get back their kingdom, Indraloka and everything? Because they cannot use Samadana Danda. These all other means they are not possible. Veda is also not possible. So because they are all always trained by now Sukracharya, that's why Vedaniti also will not work. Sama, no. Dana, no. Because everything they lost. Devatas lost everything. So that's why Sama and Dana no, is not going. Danda, Devatas are very incapable. That is also not going to work. Bheda, so by using Bheda, can they win back? Bheda also they cannot apply. Because so they are fully trained by the Sukracharya Anusikshitam. They are trained by the Sukracharya. So that's why they cannot, demigods cannot use Bheda principle to destroy the demons. Then finally what? Vayam marishyamaha. We will live our life. We will die. So we may definitely die. This may happen like that. So he is saying, demigods are thinking. Then what is, there is no other solution. So like that they are thinking. Then what is the answer for this? Then Brahmaji is saying that don't worry. Vipraha govindaha gavaha Ishwaraha anugrahaha yesham tesham. Whoever is having the mercy of the cows, Brahmanas and the Supreme Lord, they will be powerful. They will get back their powers. This is a solution. Now you can write a question actually. So explain how Lord Brahma is glorifying the worshipping of Guru. So how he is explaining worshipping of Guru? So he's saying that if one worships the Guru, so like example is giving these demons. Previously they didn't worship Sukracharya, that's why they lost all the powers, but they worshipped back and they got all the powers back. And yeah, even they have the power, they got such a power to seize the Brahmaloka. So like that. And whoever is not respecting, so these demigods, they lost. Because even the demons are so weak, but they are powerful, but they got the lost. That means they are defeated. So that's why in this way. Prabhupada is writing in this purport, Brahmanas, humidity, so much humidity. So it's seizing the life air and mind is becoming drowsy. Seizing sans chal nahi raha. Seize ho raha hai actually body. So Brahmanas and cows and Govinda. Prabhupada is giving this suggestion to the government. If government worships Brahmanas, the cows and Krishna, Brahmana, cows and Krishna, it is never defeated anywhere. So otherwise it must always be defeated and condemned everywhere. If you want to develop any society, what are the principles? Cows, Brahmana and Krishna. Then that society will be flourished. Now so-called they are applying so-called financial regulations on each other country. This is not going to bring any change in the. Now oil price in America is increased like anything. 8%, 10% because of every commodity is increased so much. So that's a problem. In summary, although the demigods are very, very powerful in material opulence, the demons defeated in the battle. Next, Tad Vishwarupam Bhajatam Vipram Tapasvinam Tvashtramatatmavantam Sabhajitordhan Savidhyasya Vo Yadi Kshamishadvamutasya Karma. O demigods, I instruct you to approach Vishwarupa, the son of Tvashta, and accept him as your guru. He is pure and very powerful Brahmana. So, undergoing austerity and penance is pleased by your worship. He will fulfill your desires provided that you tolerate his being inclined to side with the demons. Because this Tvashta is a son of the Tvashta. His mother is from the demon side actually. So that's why automatically he's having some inclination for the demons, this Vishwarupa. And Brahmaji is saying that Vishwarupa is having the defect, but still you people should accept him as your priest, as guru, so that you can regain back. Because without mercy of the guru, so these demigods cannot conquer the demons. So that's why they are looking for the guru, so they accept Vishwarupa. Next, Surusiko Vacha. Tayeva mudita rajan brahmana vigatajvaraha rishim tvashtramupavrajya parishvajyedam abruvan. Sri Sukadeva Goswami continued, thus advised by the Lord Brahma and relieved of their anxiety, all the demigods went to the sage Vishwarupa, the son of Tvashta. My dear king, they embraced him and spoke as follows. So now see, they went to the Tvashta's putras, Tvashta, and they started saying, Sri Deva Uchuhu, Vayam te titaya prapta ashramam bhadramastute kamah sampadyatam tata pitrunam samayochitaha. So the demigod said, beloved Vishwarupa. So Vishwarupa is a young boy actually, young man than the demigods. May there be all good fortune for you. We, the demigods, have come to your ashram as your guests. Please try to fulfill our desires according to the time, since we are on the level of your parents. Okay. All these demigods went to that young boy and they are all saying that we are your guest and you are like your father. You people, you should serve us. Atidevo bhava. Pitrunam hi paro dharmaha pitrusrushanam satam api putravatam brahman kimuta brahmacharinam. O Brahmana, the highest duty of a son, even though he has sons of his own, is to serve his parents. And what to speak of a son who is a brahmachari? Space should be there. So they are saying the highest duty of a son. That means demigods, they are saying that we are all your father and you are my son. You the son of all of us. Our son, you are our son, you are our son. So what is your duty? To serve his parents. So what to speak of a son who is, and that too you are a brahmachari. Brahmachari son you are. That means you don't have wife. So you should serve purely parents only. Purely. Acharyo brahmano murti pita murti prajata pachehe prata marutpater murtir mata sakshat kshitestanu dayaya bhagini murtir dharmasyatmatiti swayam Agnerabhyagato murtihi sarvabhutani chatmanah. Translation. The Acharya, the spiritual master who teaches all the Vedic knowledge and gives the initiation by offering the sacred thread, is personification of the all the Vedas. Similarly, a father personifies Lord Brahma, a brother King Indra, a mother the planet of Earth, and a sister Mercy. A guest personifies religious principles and invited guest personifies the demigod Agni, and all living entities personify Lord Vishnu, the supreme personality of Godhead. What they are saying finally, so we are all your guest. We are personification of all Vedic principles. So you should serve us. Acharyo Veda, Brahmano Vedas. According to the moral instruction of Chanakya Pandit, Atmavat Sarvabhuteshu, one should observe all living entities to be on the same level as oneself. This means that no one should be neglected as inferior because Paramatma is seated in everyone's body. Everyone should be respected as a temple of Supreme Personality of Godhead. The verse describes the different ways in which one should respect a guru, a father, a brother, a sister, and a guest, and so on. Okay. So this is very straightforward. Next. Tasmat pitrunam artanam artim parapara tapasa panayastata sandesham kartumarhasi. Dear son, we have been defeated by our enemies and therefore we are very much aggrieved. Please mercifully fulfill our desire by relieving our distress through the strength of your austerities. Please fulfill our prayers. So they are all demigods saying, my dear son. So we are defeated by our son, our enemies. So now you give your mercy so that we will be relieved from our distress and get back their kingdom back. वृणीमहे त्वपोध्यायं ब्रह्मिष्टं ब्राह्मणं गुरुं यथाञ्जसा विजेष्यामः सपत्न्यास्तव तेजसा. Since you are completely aware of the Supreme Brahman, you are a perfect Brahmana, and therefore you are the spiritual master of all orders of life. We accept you as our spiritual master and director, so that by the power of your austerity, we may easily defeat the enemies who have conquered us. So now they are saying they are accepting him as their spiritual master, guru. One must approach a particular type of guru to execute a particular type of duty. Therefore, although Vishwarupa was inferior to the demigods accepted him as their guru to conquer the demons. So next they are saying, then he's saying that this young boy, how he can be guru of such exalted people, demigods? Nagarhyanti hatyeshu yavishtangrivivadanam chandebhyonyatra na brahman vayo jeshtyasya karanam. The demigods continued, don't fear criticism for being younger than us. Such etiquette doesn't apply in regard to Vedic mantras. Except in relationship to Vedic mantras, seniority is determined by age. But one may offer respectful obeisances to even to a younger person who is advanced in chanting Vedic mantras. Therefore, although you are a junior in relationship to us, you become our priest without hesitation. So that's why age is not the limit actually. It is said that Vruddhatvam vayasa vina. One may be senior without being advanced in age. Even if one is not old, one gains seniority if he is senior in knowledge. Vishwarupa was junior in relationship to the demigods because he was their nephew. But demigods wanted to accept him as their priest, and therefore he would how to accept obeisances. So from them, the demigods explained that. So this should not be cause for hesitation. So that's why here the Chanakya Pandit also says, Nicha, so it's another point anyway. So even if the guru is younger than you, so one should not think that, so he should not be respected. I am elder. No, age is not the factor actually to decide the, so the gurutvam, only the knowledge. Chanakya Pandit says that Nichadapi Uttamam Janam. Even if you are going to learn something spiritual matter from the Nicha, that means lower species, that is not wrong. Next, Sri Rishiruvacha. Then what Vishwarupa said for this? What is the reply? Abhyardita Suraganai Paurahitye Mat Mahatapah Saviswarupastanaha Prasanna Slakshnaya Gira. Sukadeva Goswami continued, when all the demigods requested the great Vishwarupa to be their priest, Vishwarupa, who was advanced in the austerities, was very pleased. He replied to them as follows. So then what Vishwarupa replied for them? Sri Vishwarupa Vacha. Vigarhitam dharmashilair brahmavaccha upavyayam katam no madvidho natha lokeshairabhivyachitam pratyakyasyati yattachishyah sayeva swartha uchyate. Sri Vishwarupa said, O demigods, although the acceptance of priesthood is decried as causing the loss of previously acquired Brahminical power, how can someone like me refuse to accept your personal request? You are all exalted commanders of the entire universe. I am your disciple and must take my many lessons from you. Therefore, I can't refuse you. I must agree to my own benefit. Such a great people like Narendra Modi is coming and he is giving offer. So you become my priest. What you will do? You will accept, because we are getting opportunity of meeting such a big person like that. Vishwarupa also, you people are the controls of all this universe and you people are accepting me as a guru, then it's really benefit for me only. I can learn many things. He's saying the professions of qualified Brahmana are Patan, Yajan, Yajan, Dana, Pratigranadi. The words Yajan and Yajan means that a Brahmana becomes the priest of the opulence for the sake of their elevation. One who accepts the post of spiritual master neutralizes the sinful reactions of the Yajaman, and the one on whose behalf he performs yajna. So actually that is already, in the Bharata Maharaj prayers also. Yajaman only will receive the result, not the Ritviks. So that's why they are making Vishwarupa as a Ritvik, and they want to get the austerities done by the Vishwarupa, yajnas done by the Vishwarupa, and get the strength. So next, Akinchananam hidhanam shilonchanam teneha nirvitata sadhu satkriyaha katam vigarhyam nakarom yadishvara paurodha samhrushyati yena dhurmati. Again, Krishna Prabhu. Translation.
O exalted governors of various planets, the true Brahmana, who has no material possession, maintains himself by the profession of accepting Shilochana. In other words, he picks up grains left in the field and on the ground in the wholesale marketplace. By this means, householder Brahmanas who actually abide by the principles of austerity and penances maintain themselves and their families and perform all necessary pious activities. A Brahmana who desires to achieve happiness by gaining wealth through professional priesthood must certainly have a very low mind. How shall I accept such a priesthood?
Yeah. Actually, he is saying that Brahmanas, how they maintain generally? Shiloncha vritti. Shilonchanam means picking the grains from the leftover grains from the fields, or otherwise picking grains in front of the marketplaces. So like that, they used to live their life, and so that there will be no sin actually. But if they do the karma and produce the grains and they take, then that is having a lot of sin involvement. Yeah. But in the case of, so here Brahmana Vishwarupa is saying that why I have to accept this big post under you all. So like a post in a chief minister, prime minister is very in their house of prime minister house, you are getting a post. It's really very lot of responsibility, obligations. So these are all there. So that's why this Brahman saying that live my life. Why I have hanker for the professional priesthood. That means they are making professional. Now he is doing his yajna every day in his small ashram, and he's doing austerities, he's peacefully living, and he's getting the so happy life, being always focusing on the Brahman. But now they are offering their offer letter, they give such a big offer letter, so directly in the letter from the Indra. So by seeing this, then immediately, definitely it is very beautiful. But I am a simple guy. How I can go with this? I don't want this kind of so responsible position. Like that, he said. Shall I accept such priest? How shall I accept such priesthood? Yes, Prabhu. Jai Gopinath Prabhu.
Correction.
Yes, Prabhu.
Am I audible, Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu. My question here is again, Vishwarupa has been asked by the Devatas to become their priest.
Yes.
Is that the role even Brihaspati was playing for them? And even for a priest being disrespected, this much big problem is coming for the Devatas? Or Brihaspati's position is something totally different than this Vishwarupa? Or are the Devatas accepting Vishwarupa in the same category as Brihaspati? So I have this confusion.
Yeah, Prabhu. Good. So actually, Brihaspati role is he's a big job description actually. Brihaspati is a spiritual master, that means spiritually guiding them, and also Purohit he is. Purohit means any kingdom, Purohit is necessary. For example, kingdom, Purohit, what he does, Purohit will be there, Amatya will be there, ministers will be there. This is the general Arthashastra if you see. Purohit's duty is Purahitam, that means welfare of the king city. So that he'll be taking care. Sometimes what will happen because of that means these actually king is always so focusing on the how to protect his kingdom from the other kings. For that he will be having the Gudacharis, and they will be giving the information time to time from all the countries. So that's why for the king, Gudacharis are the eyes. Guptachar. Guptachara is the eyes for the spies are the eyes for the king. That's why every king has to see his kingdom through the eyes. What eyes? Eyes of spies. It's very important actually. So it's official actually.
Also, they keep a spice.
Yes.
Like in ashram also keep a spice.
Spice needed actually.
So this is not come under duplicitous, no?
No. It's a managerial technique. It's a management technique actually. It's the only technique.
This is authorized. That means this is authorized. Scriptural authorized.
Like you see, technique, that means love. For example, you are making the cake, this much flour and this much rice, this much this. It's a system like that. This is a managerial technique. This is spice like that. That means how to do management. Yeah. So spies good are there, and also he's having the Purohit. Purohit, what he is doing, like some people may do Abhichara yoga. That means some may play some black magic on this country, and some this Purohit does. That means when to do the good activity. When if king wants to start a new kingdom, some other place, or otherwise new branch or new, so he wants to go for the battle. Whether he's going the right time, wrong time, and if whether he going to get this success or not. And that means this Purohit, what he does, that means all the things, that means from the Shastra he handle everything. And king also is having the ministers to maintain the welfare of the people, that, and Amatya is especially taking care of. So he is having the spies with him, and so that he is always protecting the king. He will be understanding who are so becoming against in Vidrohis, that means Desadrohis will be there in inside and outside also. So he is identifying them and so rectifying them, so uprooting them, that king will do. And but sometimes people may not send the enemies, but they do black magic and they may do some other things. And also king needs to get the more and more piety, so that people rains will be falling and everything will happen. For that, sacrifices should be performed. So all these will be handled by the Purohit actually. So that's why now they want Purohit so that they can get powers back. Yeah. Huh?
Nowadays, modern time, how king is protected?
Now also kings, they use these black magics, and this lot of black magic will goes on. They attack like anything, now also. So and also they are counteracting that. Any big personality means definitely they will be also, they'll be that Purohit knowing the properly Jyotisha, black magics, this, that. So they will be protecting always. They will be giving the some kavacha, so some kavachas, mantras for the welfare of the king. And also we have the enemies, like China is our enemy and others are our enemy, Pakistan, these, that. Always China is trying to encroach through this area and a strategical approach. So to capture India, how to, so that means make the nearby countries weak. First get the control on nearby country like Sri Lanka, bankruptcy. China gave so much debt to them, and now what is it? Lankus. So Sri Lankans, they became fully, that means corrupted actually. They have no money. Fully they became fully indebted for the China. They cannot repay back, and they got, so started opening they getting the land from the Sri Lanka, and the China started their projects and some mission. So similarly, Pakistan is also bankruptcy. So most of the debt they have from the China only. And like this, then strategically they are approaching India and they want to get the Vistaravad. This is the, some countries they have, this is a principle. India is not having the Vistaravad, means expansion. This is not the Indian's principle. But other countries like China, Vistaravad, that it wants to, it is building the artificial islands in the ocean. It is keeping his weaponries and also weapons, and also big his own people there. Artificial islands they are building, and they want to control on the ocean. They want full control on ocean. So this is going on now also. And we need spies actually. We need spies then. So who are functioning in other countries for us. They are born and brought up in that country only, but they will be working for us. Such as spies, it will maintain. They maintain. In India, also they maintain. Every country they maintains. In India also they will be coming in the form of sadhus, and they will be observing all the things and gathering and giving to this. So this is obvious, like we may think, but we are very insignificant in this country because we are the simple, that means devotees, but we don't have a lot of threat.
In devotee's life,
Yeah.
how it is going to benefit plays an important role playing as a spice, because ashram, brahmacharya ashram, whatever temple atmosphere, some devotees use doing the service of spice.
Yeah,
And
ashram
so
also,
whether
because
it will affect their devotional service or not, because Kutinati will be there and just is associated devotee. That is very simple hearted, innocent. He knows he's my friend, best friend, but he's telling mistakes, other things, informing others. So how it is going to?
Prabhupada says that for a peaceful society means there is no diplomacy. No diplomacy. So Krishna consciousness itself will take care of everything. But that is a fact, Prabhu. But also temple is there. Can you say that temple, everyone is nice? Can you open the deity room and can you come? You cannot open deity room. You are locking. Means what? We have the protection. We want protection. So the advanced way of giving protection is spice. That's all. But it should be used in a proper way. If you say then there is no need of principle of protection, then you should not lock the temple doors also, and jewelry, kitchen, everything. But no, because devotees who are joining, everyone is not in the same mode, actually same level. We should protect. So that's why the advanced way of doing that is the spice.
Is Amatya and Guttachari are same, Prabhu?
Amatya and
Guttachari?
no. Guptacharis are maintained by Amatya.
Like he's in charge for them or leader for them.
Yeah. And also on the Amatya also, king is having the Guptachara and he is having the secretly. And even Amatya will not be knowing at all in his whole life. He is my Guptachara. And such a diplomacy it goes in Chanakya Arthashastra. If you study, he explains so many principles actually. How a king should select Amatya, how he should select the Guptacharas, how he should select the Purohit, and what are the dangers, how to handle these, that. So Chanakya Arthashastra, I am designing a course on that. Already I started that once. So I taught first 24 chapters are there. So first chapter is over. And so a lot of those principles are nowadays also they function in the Indian level and also state level and the temple level also. Those are useful in the temple level also. Chanakya Arthashastra is one of the important book that is lacking in our society. The principles of management are lacking, the proper principles of management. Those has to be cultivated. We have good Brahmanas, Vaishyas and Sudras, but no good kings. Next, tathapi na prati bruyam gurubhih prarthitam kiyat bhavatam prarthitam sarvam pranair ardhaisya sadhaye. So what he is saying, I don't want this big post. All of you are my superiors. Therefore, although accepting priesthood is sometimes reproachable, I cannot refuse also. Because even a small request, even a small request, I agree to be your priest. I shall fulfill your request by dedicating my life and professions. दबाव में आ गया, छोटा बच्चा है, small boy, and big people came and asked, क्या करे? So okay, of course he's not liking, but also he cannot reject also. So like this he accepted. So Sri Bhadarayana Ruvacha Tebhya evam pratisrutya Vishwarupo Mahatapa Paurahityam Vrtaschakre Paramena Samadhina. Sri Sukadeva Goswami continued, O king, after making this promise to the demigods, the exalted Vishwarupa, surrounded by the demigods, performed the necessary priestly activities with great enthusiasm and attention. So he performed his priestly activities very carefully. Then Suradvisham Sriyam Guptam Aushanasyapi Vidyaya Achidyan Mahendraya Vaishnavya Vidyaya Vibhuhu. The opulence of the demons, who are generally known as enemies of the demigods, was protected by the talents and tactics of Sukracharya. But Vishwarupa, who was most powerful, composed a protective prayer known as Narayana Kavacha by this intelligent mantra. So he took away the opulence of demons and gave it to Mahendra, the king of heaven. Narayana Kavach. We are going to study in next chapter actually. Okay, we'll read the purport. The distinction between demigods and the demons. How that means by this Narayana Kavach, because this Purohiti work is this only. He will be using the mantras and also tantras and different spiritual techniques to get the strength for their king. Now also people in the Benares, what they do, so they to more and more rich, so they will be engaging these Brahmanas to chant the Durga Saptasati for 10,000 times. So in 1 month they should chant 10,000 months, they'll get the 6,000 rupees salary, 7,000 like that. So that person is engaging 100 Brahmanas. So 7 into 100, 7 lakhs. Okay, no problem. But he will get lot of spiritual strength and his business will flourish like anything. Sorry, material strength. So his material wealth will increase like anything. Thousands and thousands. Business, big business people. Like this, so many centers are there in the If anyone, what they do, the boys, whoever is coming there to study the Sanskrit Vyakaran and this, that, every day morning 2 hours and evening 2 hours, they go for studying the part. Part mein jate hain. Saptasati, they study for 2 to 3 hours, and they get lunch also, because they are going in such a time, lunch or dinner, whatever. So they'll be getting the 6,000, 7,000. They'll pay for room rent, and they have their own kitchen, and they eat and they study. So like this is going on. This is the Benares. This actually in the Puranas, there are so many mantras which that Falasruti, they have the different material opulence as a Falasruti. All those they practice. Many times you people think that, are ye karma kanda kaha chalte hain? Pura wahi hai actually. I see that only everywhere. It's karma. That's vikarma. But nowadays, Kali Yuga Nama Sankirtan. That means that Nama Sankirtan means chanting mantras from the Puranas. That they do. And they also get big business people. So many people, they come and they give the contract. The distinction between the demigods and demons is that the demigods are all devotees of the Lord Vishnu, whereas the demons are devotees of the demigods, like Lord Shiva, Goddess Kali, Goddess Durga. Sometimes the demons are also devotees of Lord Brahma. For example, Hiranyakashipu was a devotee of the Lord Brahma, Ravana, the devotee of Lord Shiva, and Mahishasura, the devotee of Goddess Durga. The demigods are devotees of Lord Vishnu, whereas the demon Vaishnavaha is said, na? Vaishnavya Vidya. So no, Vaishnavi means this Durga. No, Lord Vishnu is given. Vaishnavya Vidya. Maha Indraya. Vaishnavya, that's a Narayana Kavacha is the Vaishnava Vidya means what you should take here? Narayana Kavacha. Vaishnava Vidya. Yeah. To oppose Vaishnavas, the demons become devotees of Lord Shiva, Lord Brahma, Kali, Durga, and so on. In the days of yore, many long years ago, there was animosity between the Devas and Asuras, and the same spirit still continues. For the devotees of the Lord Shiva and Goddess Durga are always envious of Vaishnavas, who are devotees of Lord Vishnu. This strain between the devotees of Lord Shiva and Lord Vishnu has always existed. In higher planetary systems, fights between the demons and demigods continue for a long. Here we see that Vishnurupa made for the demigods a protective covering saturated with the Vishnu mantra. Sometimes Vishnu mantra is called Vishnu Jwara, and the Shiva mantras is called Shiva Jwara. We find the Shastras that sometimes the Shiva Jwara and the Vishnu Jwara are employed in the fights between the demons and the demigods. This when it happened, Vishnu Jwara and Shiva Jwara? Banasur. These both weapons are played on the contracting. Vishnu Jwara played actually is released. Banasur's case. Srimad Bhagavatam elsewhere says that Lord Buddha appeared for the purpose of bewildering the demons or atheists. The Supreme Personality God always poured his benediction to these devotees. Okay, this is next. Yaya Gupta Sasraksho Jigye Surachamurchi Vibhu Ampraha Samahendraya Vishwarupa Udaradhi. Vishwarupa, who was most liberal, spoke the King Indra, Sahasraksha, the secret Haman that protected Indra and conquered the military power of demons. By this mantra's potency, Narayana Kavacha, which is coming in the next chapter. So Indra is so protected and from these demons, and Indra got the everything back. So by the guidance of Vishwarupa. Thus end the Bhakti Vedanta purports of the 6th canto, 7th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam entitled Indra offends his spiritual master Brihaspati. What is the question we should make? So we should make question like important. This is not so important. No? The way demigods convinced Okay, right. रखेंगे क्वेश्चन तो रखेंगे, काम आएगा. The way, because many questions are not there in the handbook also, very few. The way the demigods convinced Vishwarupa to become their priest. Please explain the way demigods followed to convince Vishwarupa to become their priest. Okay. Next. इसमें कोई important point, important कुछ. Then after Vishwarupa, what he said. Okay, and now we don't get any much lesson actually. Okay, tomorrow you have holiday, day of tomorrow also, and question marks. Acha. This question marks 3 marks. Simple only. How many questions are there? 3 or 4. He's telling that you are my son, you are my 5 marks. 5 marks. 5 marks. Five marks. So actually, in yesterday's discussion, I have to give some clarification. So, who needs that clarification? That do, 10 marks no. So, are there? Okay, you make this is perfect. Much is not. Yesterday we were discussing that. Actually, feedback, yes, was given. Also, should be given open feedback openly. Should not be in a hidden way. Feedback also should be genuine. It should not be just imposing. And without proper facts, you should not say whatever you said. You should accept. Otherwise, next time you will not say, "What is this?" Whether that feedback is right or wrong. If it is wrong, it's not called as a feedback. Feedback means it should be proper information. It should give right, but it should be completely wrong. It should not. So as it came that online advertisement, recording. Okay.